Oh, shoot. Thank you, Gold Whiskey. Everybody in the room can thank Gold Whiskey. Thank you for that message. I forgot that I put that video up. I started to do it, and then I had a knock at the door. Ugh. Dummy me. Dummy me. All right, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see. Let's see what's happening. All right. Hold on, Sag. All right. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. All right. So, the same person who kicked you out or same person who was done. Again, this is Sagittarius, sorry, for June 2020. The same person who used that foot to kick you out is using that same foot to walk towards you. Yep. Using that same foot to come walk towards you. Thanks, Gold Whiskey. You're the hero of the day. All right. So, Sagittarius. You may have a little bit of battle left in you here, Sagittarius. You may have a little bit of battle left in you because it seems like you didn't take that kick too well. Kind of like when somebody kicked you in your butt, ended a situation, you kind of just, now you're turning around. You're like, you know what? I'm going to kick you back. So you're not going out without a fight, whatever that means. You have the strength card, Sagittarius. You're definitely trying to find strength in a situation. You're trying to go back towards something. You're moving towards something. Something is definitely better for you. It's also talking about, Sagittarius, that it took a lot of strength for you to get some courage up to be able to do something, approach something, or even initiate something, get back to something. It also feels like there's a wave of something coming in. It could be like a wave of something that's going to sweep you off of your feet, so to speak. Don't be surprised if this person, when they come back to you, which they are coming back to you, a lot of you are dealing with a past partner. Do what? Okay. So they also saying that some of you may be dealing with somebody who's going to fly by night, so to speak. Somebody might come in, get what they want, see if they still can, and then leave. So be careful. Somebody's going to test the waters here. Somebody's going to try to see if, in fact, they can get back in. They're thinking of a plan now. They're thinking of a plan now. So if you haven't heard from them, it's coming. It's coming, Sagittarius, because they're thinking, even though they kicked you out, they're trying to forget about that. Some of you, they're trying to let it go. They're trying to not think that they were the ones who screwed up. They're the ones who caused this problem. They're trying to believe that. They want you to just overlook it. Forget it ever happened. Just act like everything's fine, like nothing ever happened. Somebody is definitely wanting to pull the wool over Sagittarian's eyes or Sagittarius's eyes. And just let me just bring you a flower. Let me just give you something. Let me just be really kind to you. Let me just throw some compliments your way. And let me just say I miss you. And then everything should be fine. A lot of you are going to need to find your balance in this situation. A lot of you definitely intend to do more meditation to get your focus, to try to figure something out. Because you're not willing to just sit around and let something go. Oh, you too got the card of the King of Pentacles. Oh, shoot. All right, let me see. So where I see the King of Pentacles coming in, oh, so he thinks that he can have his cake and eat it too. Oh, he thinks it's just going to be one big party. You're going to just take care of him. You're going to make him dinner. Everything's going to be fine. He's just going to come back and everything's going to be the way it was. I don't think it's that simple, cross watchers. Whoever's watching for Sagittarius to see if you Sagittarians are going to do what they want you to do or jump when they say jump or say how high, get out of here. Sagittarians are not going to fall for it. So if you're cross watching to see if your Sagittarius is going to let you come back in just like that or is going to let you slide by with everything that you've done to them, guess what? You got another thing coming. Sagittarians, let me just say, you have family support and friends all around you. You are being encouraged to use this time carefully to decide what it is that you really want. Be careful how you go back to somebody from your past. I know a lot of you, listen, I get that you love them. I get you can't forget them. I get that it feels like this is the way it's supposed to be. But let me just tell you, things are going to be different. Even the way you handle things or respond to things are going to be different. You're not going to allow somebody anymore to manipulate, to make stories up to make you believe these fake stories. You're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to call you out on your shit right now. And I'm not putting up with it. I don't have to, because I realized why you were gone. I realized something about myself. At first, I realized you kicked me down. At first, I realized I had bruises all over me or scars on me, meaning some of you, yes, physical, and I'm sorry about that, but for some of you, it's emotional scars and bruises. And then once they healed up, you finally got out of that shell and you became stronger. First, you thought you couldn't walk. You thought you couldn't survive. Now you're running. And now you realize, you know what? I am good enough. I was more than good enough. And maybe it is that you don't deserve me. That's what Sagittarians are saying. Maybe they don't deserve you. You're right about that. You're right about that. But if they want you to have their child, if they want you to cater on them, if they want you to bring them things, they better act right. They better learn how to earn that, because you know what? It's not just given anymore. It was given the first time. And when they screwed that up and took it for granted, now it's different. Now it's different. Some of you may have children with this person. Some of you may be missing that baby's daddy. I get it. I get it. Why wouldn't you? You didn't plan on raising a child by yourself. For some of you, I get it. For others of you, you know what? You may have just taken your child and you left. You left. You know, we're done. I don't need you. I'll be fine. So some of you, I give you a lot of credit. You took it on by yourself, or you raised your kids by yourself. Good job. Good job. Yes, are they missing that other figure, either the father figure or the mother figure, whichever way this is pertaining to you? Of course, they miss not having two parents around. However, you are definitely balancing things out. I don't want you to buy them things to replace that missing parent. No, you can't do that. You need to teach them to earn things, to get to purchase things, to buy things. You need to teach them the value of $1 and how hard you have to work to get it. For some of you, there is going to be a celebration. There is going to be a celebration. There is going to be a gathering of the mind, so to speak. Maybe a lot of you, your friends, are going to talk about things. You have one good friend, Sagittarius, that you're going to talk to and say, you know what, everything just feels like a mess right now. They're trying to communicate to me. They're trying to talk to me, but they're not mentioning anything about what they did. They're not saying they're sorry. They're not owning up to nothing. They're just talking to me like, hey, how's it going? How you been? You know, it's been a while, this and that. Okay, I'm still waiting. Like, are you going to ever say something about this? And I'm really sorry. I really messed up. I made a really bad choice. Let's see. Are they going to do it? For some of you, they are. For some of you, you're going to hear that. For some of you, you're going to get what it is that you're looking for. However, I hate to tell you that for some of you who don't get that, it's going to be up to you whether you take them back or not. But for some of you who do get it, get to hear what you want to hear. For some of you, that just may be enough. That may be all you needed. You didn't really need them back. You just needed to hear that they regret it, that they made a mistake, that they're sorry. You just needed to hear that. And then you're still good. You're done. You're moving on. Some of you really got it. Some of you definitely got it. For some of you, you're looking back on the path that you were on. For some of you, you're focused on making that past become the present again. Some of you definitely focused on making that past become the present. Yeah, exactly, Athea. I get it. A lot of us say things in the heat of the moment that ends up just stabbing ourselves. A lot of us get very upset with a situation and don't know else how to fix it. So we respond, or actually we don't respond at all. We react to the pain that they caused us. And then when we do, we speak out words that are hurtful because we want to hurt them the way they hurt us. It's just a matter of making somebody feel what we feel because they're not getting it. And then when we do that, because we're a good person, because we know we don't normally act that way, when we do that, then we feel like shit. Then we're sorry that we spoke too much. We lost control, so to speak. We lost control. But it's okay. But because it's okay. I know that losing control puts you in a very fragile position. It makes you feel lifeless almost. It makes you feel as if you made the bigger mistake. Even though it started with their mistake, it ended making you look like the ass because you're the one who overreacted and you're the one who spoke things that were really, really, I mean, listen, you really went for the juggler. And I get it, but it hurt that bad. And I get that too. But see, now you've gotten to a place. What's done is done. All you can do with spilt milk is clean it up. So you're cleaning up the milk. You're cleaning up the spill. Now the floor looks great on the outside. On the inside, they still remember that you called them out on their shit. They still remember what you said to them. They still remember who you talked about. They still remember that you made them feel like they were a piece of shit from the beginning, that you didn't need them, that they were worthless. They remember that. Or maybe you remember that when they did that to you. So if this is you, Sagittarius, and this is how they treated you, you remember it. Oh, you might have wiped off the blood, so to speak. But that residue is still there. It's just like when you shoot a gun. Can't say you didn't shoot a gun because the residue's all over your hands. It's always going to be on your hands. It's going to be under your fingernails. It's going to be everywhere. You can't get away with it. No such thing as a perfect crime, ever. For a lot of you, it feels like with the Lover's card, there still is a mending of those fences. Something's still going to be mended. I get it about wanting to do it for the kids' sake, wanting to do it because you miss this person, but at the same time, for those of you who are just wanting to do it for the kids, you don't want the kids to grow up seeing arguments, seeing fighting, seeing disagreements, seeing imbalance. That's not the best way to raise your kid. If that's how it always was, then co-parenting in two separate places is best. Having both parents involved in the children's life is great, but sometimes being under the same roof is not great for them. Either way, you are going to come out in a commitment, in a relationship. Either way, a lot of you are still carrying heavy burdens, right, Althea? A lot of problems, a lot of issues, a lot of regrets. I get it. But you can't live on regrets. All you can do is move forward and make things better from here on out. You can, in fact, step up and apologize to that person via writing, via email, via text, via phone call. And telling them, I understand why I acted a certain way. I understand why I said what I said, but it doesn't make it right. No matter what you've done to me, doesn't make it right what I did, and I'm uncomfortable with that. So regardless whether we talk, regardless whether we get back together, I just need to clear for my own self. I need to forgive you. I need to forgive myself. I need to tell you that I'm sorry that I went overboard, that I stepped over the boundaries. I get it. And I regret doing that, especially in front of our children, Not good. The air needs to be cleared. Never, ever, ever talk about the other parent in front of the child. Ever. And don't believe that you're talking and, they're in another room. They don't hear me. Don't believe that. Don't fool yourself. People always say, the kids don't know. The kids had no idea. Don't fool yourself. Sagittarius, where this wraps up is the Wheel of Fortune. So things are going to come around much better. For some of you, you're doing the same things over and over and you're going to get the same outcome. For some of you, there is something new coming about. There's also new jobs, new choices, new career, new love relationships, a new way of doing things, a new way of seeing the sunshine. Some of you spend your time in bed and you're in bed half the morning. You're not even up until 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You need to change your routine. You need to come back and enjoy life, okay? You are not a bat. You are not nocturnal. You need to be here. So you need to be present. So what you need to do is get to bed earlier so you can get up in the morning. Get up and get moving. Take your shower, get moving, and watch how much of the day is available to you and things that you can do in that day. Because I do feel like you're going to go out. You are probably going to enjoy picnics, family outings, things coming very, very soon. For a lot of you, you can expect either a father to reach out to their children, or you can expect your father to reach out to you, or you can expect, if you're the father, that you're going to step forward and be the dad that you're supposed to be, regardless of the situation with your partner. Because it has nothing to do with your partner being a parent. It has nothing to do with your partner. It's about doing the right thing. For a lot of you, I feel like you're moping still very sad, Sagittarius, about things that happened, things that went on in the past. But you cannot sit there and keep moping about it. Do something about it. Change that energy, okay? Fix it somehow. Apologize, own it, and be done with it, and then move forward. Somebody might even have to take their kids to counseling because they hear too much, they saw too much, they know too much. It's not for a child. Children don't need to know problems. Children don't need to know you can't pay your bills. Children don't need to know all the things that adults are supposed to handle. Children are supposed to be children. So I could kick somebody in the butt for doing that. So stop it right now. It makes me so mad. All right, so I see the Empress here. So some of you, be careful of getting pregnant again. Getting pregnant while you're not married with nobody there to help you to support this child and start all over again. Don't put yourself in that position. That's not the way to get them. That's not the way to do it, is to trap them if some of you don't do that. For some of you Sagittarians, I do feel like you now are starting to fill your own cups back up again so that you'll be able to hand love to somebody. In other words, you're healing inside. You're definitely on this healing journey now, and things are going exactly the way they're planned. Travel is going to come up. You're going to go visit somebody out of far. Some of you may still be feeling stuck, trapped, like you don't know what to do. You can't see your way out. You don't know how to get out of the situation, but you will. Be still. Just be still. The universe will pull you out. The universe will pull you out. Stay away from people, places, and things. The universe will pull you out. Sagittarius, the last card that I have for you today is to be very careful of your choices. Make better decisions for yourself. And where your children are concerned, always put them first. And B, never assume they can't hear or don't know. With that being said, this is your June 2020 Sag.